Hello, I'm Philip Brunelle, Artistic Director and founder of Vocal Lessons and organist choirmaster at Plymouth Congregational Church in Minneapolis. So each day, I've taken a different composer, someone who's had a role to play at both organizations. Today, it is the amazing French composer and organist, Marcel Dupré. Dupré, born in 1886, passed away in 1971. He was regarded as the Paganini of the organ, and having heard recordings of him, that is not an exaggeration. From 1934 until he passed away, he was the organist at the Church of Sulpice. He followed Vidor, who of course was famous for writing that piece. He followed Vidor, and after he passed away, there was a short term with Grunewald, but then my friend Daniel Roth came to the Church of Saint-Sulpice, where he still is the organist, and I had the great pleasure of playing the organ at Saint-Sulpice and playing a piece that had been composed by Dupré called Cortège and Litany. An absolutely wonderful piece, and it was a great thrill to know that that piece of Dupré had been composed for the organ at Saint-Sulpice. Dupré gave more than 2,000 organ recitals in his lifetime. He did a series of 10 recitals at the Paris Conservatoire, 10 recitals in which he played every organ work of Bach during that time, all from memory. That's amazing. He played a series of recitals in the United States that were sponsored by the Wanamaker organ, the Wanamaker's company on that organ at Wanamaker's in Philadelphia. And it was back in the 1970s that for Vocal Lessons, we did a program at the St. Paul Cathedral, including a piece of his called De Profundis, Out of the Depths. It's a work that he had composed in memory of the men and women who had died in the First World War. And one of the movements of that, a piece called Sustinuit Anima Mea, my soul is sustained by your words, O God. It's a beautiful piece, and this is the way that piece begins. The organ then comes in, it again goes to be with just the voices, and then finally, near the end, you hear this. And the tenors. continues on until finally at the end you hear I never met Dupré. I wish I had, because the stories of him improvising are legion. One of the pieces that he improvised was a work called The Stations of the Cross. Those 14 stations, Paul Claudel wrote a series of essays and poems about each of the 14 stations. And at the premiere, Claudel recited his words, and then Dupré did an improvisation on those words. I've played this work, and I've done it actually with the narration. Catherine Farrand was the narrator, and they're amazing pieces. But he also, of course, did an amazing number of works for solo organ, preludes and fugues. Vidor, hearing those first preludes and fugues, said they are unplayable. Well, they aren't unplayable, but they are definitely challenging. Another piece that he composed was his variations on the Noël Nouvelet. A set of variations, and it's too long for this program, but I would like to go to the organ, the wonderful Holtkamp organ here at Plymouth Church, and play for you the opening theme, one opening variation, and then the huge, wonderful finale to that piece. Have a wonderful day.